Hey, y'all, and I do mean y'all. Listen, oftentimes we feel that if we have an accent, whether it's local, national, or global, we feel that we have to shrink it or change our dialect when we know that this is exactly how we talk in real life. I'm Dr. Ashley Gaddy Robbins, a stage ready coach and your speaker cousin. A proud Southerner, hailing from the south side of Raleigh, but I got country roots, and trust me, that comes out in my accent. Over and over again, we've been told to hold back our accent when it comes to public speaking because it's unprofessional, or they won't understand me, or I'll be judged. We're going to go over the 4 ways to use your accent without shrinking it. Let's go ahead and go to the flip chart and make it happen. Before we go over the 4 types, I actually need to say something right quick because here is what I need us to debunk. I need this to go ahead and get out of our minds before we start these 4 tips. Erasure does not equal confidence. I want us to go ahead and get it out of our head. I'm going to try to hide my accent. I want to try to talk proper. I don't want people to know where I'm from. I'm ashamed about my accent. No, 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 no. We are not erasing the natural ways that we talk and calling it confidence. Actually, when we own our accent, when we rep where we're from, when we're proud of how we talk, that actually brings an authority that then brings confidence. So let's go ahead and debunk this right now. We are not erasing parts of our dialect and parts of our accent and calling it confidence. Number one, stop apologizing for your accent. Your accent is a part of your authority. I need you to channel in your Beyonce, okay? Number one, I am not sorry. I ain't sorry, sorry. I ain't sorry. We are not sorry. Because what comes along with our accent is history, it's a rhythm, it's a cadence, okay? It is tied to our people. Our accent is a part of our authority. So we are not going to apologize. You don't need to get up on that stage and say, sorry for my accent or sorry if you can't understand me. No. What we need to do instead is actually own how we talk. We can bring this in so many ways. Let me tell you how I do it. When I step on stage, I literally name my accent. I tell them, I say, look, I'm going to own it by naming it. Y'all may hear this Southern accent. I'm born and raised on the south side of Raleigh, but I got country roots. And that is not only me owning my accent, it's also giving them a little bit of story. It's giving them ways to connect with me because in that short sentence, they know a little bit more about who I am. They know where I'm from. And there also might be people in the audience who are just like me. And I help them connect not only to me as a speaker, but to their own authority. Now they might feel a little bit more comfortable with their accent because I'm owning mine. Number two, use cultural language. My go tos are y'all, you feel me, period. Okay, those are my go tos because it represents who I am at the intersections of many things: Black, woman, Southern, American, millennial. Who I am comes out in my language. So when you use your cultural language, you are repping where you're from. You are showing them who you are. Come on, Black Panther. Y'all remember that scene when Angela Bassett, first of all, T'Challa is getting his butt whooped by M'Baku. But that's another story. But Angela Bassett says, show them who you are. Your cultural language allows you to rep where you're from, show them who you are at the intersections of your identity. And once again, when you use it with intention, when you own it like point one, you allow the audience to not only connect to you, but they connect to your culture. So use that cultural language, whatever country you're from, whatever town you are from, wherever place in the world, and at the intersections of your identity, There is language that is attached to it. That's probably how you speak on a regular basis. See, here's the thing. We often think that public speaking has to be so professional that we have to use proper educated language. And the reality is that does not connect audience to our culture or to us as speakers. So rep your set, rep your identities, connect with your audience through cultural language. Number 3, we've kind of gone over this in past videos, but it applies here. Slow down, y'all. Slow down the pace, not your voice. See, here's the thing. Most of the times, the clarity that is being missed in public speaking is not from your accent at all. It's probably because we're talking too fast, because we didn't borrow the pause from the last videos, because we're anxious, we're nervous. So we're talking all speed and talking all fast, and folks are like, what are you saying? Baby, it wasn't your accent at all. Slow down the pace and not your voice. Stand firm in your accent. Stand firm in your cultural language. But you also need to imagine the commas. I also want to acknowledge the various many languages that are being used in public speaking. When we are saying it from a stage, there are ways for us to imagine the commas or the pauses in whatever language that we are speaking, right? And so while yes, I'm talking about English in this video because that is the language that I speak, I also do want to fully acknowledge that one, English is a drop in the bucket when it comes to languages. There are hundreds, if not thousands of languages out there. And every time we communicate as humans, we want to be able to bring clarity. And that allows us to slow down. Imagine the commas. When we do that, when we borrow the pause, we are actually able to communicate the message more clearly and use our accent at the same time. So do not feel that you have to rush. Do not feel like your accent is what's causing the misunderstanding or the lack of clarity. Sometimes, baby, we just need to slow down. That's it. Imagine how you're talking by how you write, by using and imagining commas, brief pauses in your speaking. Number 4, by far my favorite. Number 4, speak like yourself on purpose. Okay? Speak like yourself on purpose, not who they told you to sound like. If you're anything like me, maybe in your area or maybe outside of your area, you have been trained by society, by media, probably sometimes even by your friends and loved ones. You have been told that you sound too fill in the blank. You're too loud, you too country, you're too fast, whatever the case may be. You have been told that you sound too fill in the blank and you probably should talk like, no. When I teach speaker coaching, when I guide folks through this journey of talking with authenticity and confidence, we also have to reveal some systems and some sayings that have been inappropriate over time. Because when we are told to talk like someone else, the message that is being sent is that that way of talking is better, that way of talking is acceptable, that way of talking is professional or proper or orderly or whatever. And also, we know what that's code language for, don't we? So, what I want you to do is speak like yourself on purpose. Release this idea that you're supposed to talk like someone else. Release This idea that the way that you talk is to fill in the blank. Release this concept of what is professional and what is not. Release this idea that you're not proper. Release this idea that accents equate to distraction. Speak like yourself on purpose and release all of the negative messages that are made about accents and dialects. There is not one way to speak. And if we are going to be authentic and if we are going to be confident in our voice and in our body, then we have to acknowledge and be on purpose about our voice and our body. So here's a quick exercise. I want you to literally ground yourself in your voice. Be steady in your body. Take a deep breath in, exhale, and just say, how I speak is good enough. How I speak is made for stages, and how I speak connects me to people. Affirm yourself in your accent. Affirm yourself in your dialect. Affirm yourself in your culture and go show them who you are. If this was helpful, let me know in the comments, like, follow, and of course, subscribe. But also listen, I have a free 30-second confidence resource guide that you can get for free that guides you to this confidence of being a public speaker, and not just on stages, but in everyday spaces. Sometimes we don't want the stage. Sometimes we just need confidence speaking up in meetings. So make sure that you click on the links or comment to get my free confidence resource guide so you can start owning your voice today. And ladies, listen, my stage ready workshop is still open. Next month, I am hosting my first stage ready workshop. This is a workshop for women of color who want to be more authentic, confident speakers in their voice and in their body. This is the last week for holiday pricing, y'all. So make sure you click the link and register today. Peace.